comedian Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I don't give a fuck if you love him or hate him or are indifferent to him, but you have to listen to Tucker Carlson because he is the guy that is in charge of disseminating the narrative. He's obviously a CIA guy. His dad was basically the CIA propaganda head, and it's becoming more and more obvious that Tucker Carlson is the guy who will be pushing the narrative along. He's obviously the guy. So if you haven't heard it, and most of you probably haven't, you need to listen to his show that came out yesterday. It's Trump announces the end of global American empire. Here's what comes next. And I'm telling you right now, if you live in the US, if you live in Canada, if you live in North America, Brazil, anywhere, this is what's going to happen. He's out there telling everyone what's going to happen. US are shrinking the empire, and now they are refocusing on the Americas. He even says it. He even says we need to get more involved politically in Canada's political system. He's like, there is a human rights argument to be made. This is what he actually said. There's a human rights argument to be made for the US to go in and overthrow the Canadian government. And I know there's a bunch of Canadians going, yeah, let's do it. I'm telling you right now, if you're that fucking dumb, look at all the countries that have been overthrown. Did they end up good? Look at Afghanistan, Iraq, fucking El Salvador, Nicaragua, Guatemala, fucking Venezuela now, Iran. If you Canadians are that fucking dumb, yeah, come help us. And then we can fucking make this place a better place together. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. The US are going to come in and help you make the place better. That's what's going to happen. It's got nothing to do with your oil. There's Canadians. I know there's Canadians that are like, come save us, America. You dumb fucks. When Tucker Carlson says we need to get mixed up in the affairs of more North American countries, what he means is we need to go in and take their resources. That's what he means. And he doesn't mean take it for the American people. So the American people who are listening, who are like, yeah, let's fucking go take Canada's resources. It's not for you either. It's fucking mind-blowing. It's not for you. It's for the companies, the corporations, and they're not passing down the wealth to you. You know what I mean? But you have to listen to this Tucker Carlson thing, especially the last half hour where he's like, yeah, we need to focus more on Brazil. We need to go in and sort Canada out. He's like, Canada is in absolute chaos. We should go in there peacefully. That's what he says. He doesn't mean that. He means, no, let's just take it. I could never put my finger on Tucker Carlson because he mixes this real sinister shit with like lots of veins of truth and shit that you want to hear. He's so, like, despite what he is, he's so fucking brilliant. And this is what fucking blows my mind, actually, because Tucker Carlson is an absolutely formidable opponent when you're speaking to him. I haven't seen, like, anyone get on top of him besides one person, Putin. And I've watched that interview 3 or 4 times now. And Putin absolutely fucking wipes the floor with Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So that's the level Putin's on. And then you go back and watch Tucker Carlson absolutely fucking dog walk Ted Cruz and that other fucking guy. What was his name again? Fucking Mike fucking Huckleberry Finn. Mike Huckabee. And it's like, it's embarrassing what Tucker can do to those guys, those two American politicians. And Ted Cruz is a smart guy. And Huckabee, fucking, he doesn't seem too bright. But Tucker just fucking stomped them. And Putin stomped Tucker Carlson. Anyway, it is a must. You have to listen to that episode of Tucker Carlson that I just said, because he is the guy that is pre-programming the narrative. He's telling you exactly what's going to happen, and it's important you know what's going to happen, because as the American empire goes from a world hegemon to a regional hegemon, the tools used to create the imperial empire come home. They come home and they're used at home. So anyone thinking this is great news for America is fucking out of their mind. Once this Iran thing fucking gets sorted, which isn't too far away, a couple of weeks, contracts will be signed, all that sort of shit, then the focus will be turned back onto North America, specifically the US and Canada. Tucker Carlson, I'm guaranteeing you this right now, Tucker Carlson will pivot from all the Israeli thing. Like Israel will get more or less fucking neutralized. And then Tucker Carlson will pivot to playing off the left and the right. 100%. That's the next move, to create division, like hardcore civil war division in the US. And it will be immediate once the contracts are all sorted out. Probably after the World Cup. Everything will be sweet until after the World Cup. And when I say the US, like the US is probably going to take Canada. They'll just take it. And they're probably going to go in there and start fucking with Brazil. They're already fucking with a lot of the other South American countries. Brazil's slightly more independent, but I think they're going in. Mexico's in trouble too. Fucking, it's going to be intense. And Hannah Arendt, who wrote the fucking book, The Origins of Totalitarianism, she talks about the boomerang effect. And that's when imperial power eventually comes back to the home country, and the tools of oppression and suppression and domination and extraction that were used on other countries eventually comes home to be used at home. And that is what we'll be seeing over the next, I think we'll really see it ramp up towards the end of this year. Anyway, happy days. Happy days. You gotta please, if you give a fuck about any of this, go listen to that episode, but don't listen like he's telling you out of the goodness of his heart. You've got to read between the lines. You got to listen to what he's saying. He's like, this will be happening, and you've got to understand that he is there to fucking walk people down this path as well. You can see the sinister side in him still. Like, he'd been masking it for the last few years, but he's a very sinister dude. Formidable and sinister. Anyway, fucking, that'll do it for tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you the fuck later.